Hey, how's it going? I was wondering what you do for a living.
Hey there. Funny to see you here. I'm a farmer.
Oh, nice. Could I get a tour of your farm?
Yeah, hop on in. You can come in here. So this is the greenhouse. This is where we get everything started. I am Catherine Belk. My nickname is Peanut. And we are at Wild Hope Farm in Chester, South Carolina. So we're growing diverse organic vegetables and flowers. We're growing on about 12 acres. A half acre of that is annual flowers, a half acre of perennial flowers. Everything else is vegetables. Since the main business outlet or sales outlet for us is a CSA, we're pretty much growing anything we can. Yeah, we're trying to simplify this year. So in past years, we've kind of grown everything under the sun. That's been definitely a learning process over years, is like just to reduce the complexities here. There's always, a knowledge loss when somebody leaves. So we're just trying to keep it a little bit more simple. And I think that will hopefully allow us to be more efficient and hopefully more profitable. This is our medicinal herb garden. Sarah's the one to ask about all the medicinal herbs we're growing, but she is passionate about medicinal herbs, and so we grew on about half the size and then expanded last year, this year, which has been exciting. And we're going to try and do some salve making workshops. We're making tea blends, and we grow. We harvest some crops like roselle for fresh teas, and so it's been really fun to see that side of things expand. And then over here, we're gonna plant some more perennial herbs. We have a retention pond. The goal of the retention pond is to catch runoff and then to serve as a environment to attract beneficial insects. We're certified organic, and we're trying to focus kind of beyond just the standards for certification. We're trying to attract beneficials so we can reduce the organic pesticides that we use on the farm, and we can rely on more natural methods. These 4 bays make up a half acre under plastic, so we put them in last fall, which was really exciting. As far as growing year-round in the Southeast goes, I think we were pretty behind on the amount of covered space that we had. But this has been really instrumental in us being able to have more product in the winter to grow year-round. In order to attract and retain talented employees, you have to offer winter work. In order to have winter work, you need to make money in the winter. And then the same goes with our customers. If we want to retain customers year after year, if you have 5 months out of the year where you're not growing, you might lose those customers. So anyways, all that is to say, we have this covered space. We can go take a look in this tunnel. It's where the first cucumbers are. This is the future trellising system for our cucumbers. So the covered space is really great because it helps protect from severe rainstorms and high wind and things like that, hail. But because it obviously takes more resources to have, you want to just make sure that you're making the best use of your covered space. And so we flip these beds more often and rely on compost to have more organic matter in here. But we always want to try and make sure that we're planting the full area out. Yeah, things are currently just in a cover crop out here, aside from over there. Cover crops are definitely critical in helping us to add more organic matter and also some of the nutrients back into the soil. So we are we don't double crop that much on our farm. And so as a result of that, we try and put things into cover crop after the cash crop comes out. I do not have a background in farming. When I graduated college, I lived in Boston and worked for a product design firm, so very different than what I'm doing now, but got to see kind of the other side of healthcare because my company specialized in medical devices and stuff. And when my parents called me and told me about their vision of starting or reactivating this farm and turning it into an organic operation that grew vegetables, I was like, wow, that sounds really interesting. And I think my naivete helped in convincing me to move down here and help them start the farm. And I worked with a guy who was very talented and had a lot of experience in growing, among other people, and have kind of learned over the past 7 years and figured things out through trial and error, and doing a lot of reading, listening to a lot of podcasts, visiting farms, things like that. Yeah, it's definitely a crazy career, but as a result of that, I think it's really addicting. Every year you think, oh, I could do better. Like I can grow that better. I can, fix this irrigation problem. Told my parents I would help them for 2 years to do this, and now I'm kind of in it to win it, and in it for the long haul, and have really, I've loved it. Love the people I've met, and I couldn't imagine a different career for myself now. I think some of the bigger challenges are staffing, as I mentioned. It's really hard to find people that are interested in pursuing farming as a career. Another big challenge is climate change or climate volatility. I think that we've seen a lot of 100-year flooding events, and that can be really challenging because a lot of small farms like us, we don't have crop insurance because the agriculture insurance industry isn't really set up well for our type of farm. Another big challenge is access to capital. So, money to buy land, money to buy equipment, or any of the other things that are really necessary to farm. I met Jesse in 2017, in the summer of 2017, when we were first getting started, and I had just moved down here, and I know Freshlist had been around for a little while, but it was still kind of the early days of Freshlist. At the time, I had been going kind of door to door, selling, knocking on the back door of restaurants, selling to a few different chefs. And so for the first probably 3 years of our business, we were selling a very small amount, but a consistent quantity to different chefs through Freshlist. I love working with Freshlist. It's just been huge to be able to know that if we can grow it, there's probably an outlet for it. So we're able to increase our supply because we know that the demand is there, which that's a really exciting time to be farming. We're more intentional than we have been in the years past. And we know going into the season that Freshlist will help support us and move our product. So when we had tens of thousands of pounds of carrots 2 winters ago, Freshlist was just huge in selling those carrots. I love it. I'm addicted to problem solving, and I think I've really enjoyed the problem of just trying to grow every day, but also B, trying to increase communication and education around what it means to eat in season and buy locally. I think that over the next few years, hopefully our food system continues to grow and strengthen. Hopefully there's more farms that exist that are growing locally. Hopefully we can work more cooperatively together and help each other share resources, not have to be doing everything as individual farms. And I think that, I'm sure the restaurant world will continue to boom as our Charlotte population is increasing. Hopefully the farmers markets also remain really robust. And I have a lot of faith in the greater Charlotte scene.